Hi there, Chris Benson's here. Autumn's here. It's freezing, isn't it? So, 18th of November, we have another re-release from the Now archives. We have dug out my vinyl to show you this one. Da, 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 da. And this was the first Now album that I ever bought. I remember getting the double cassette. I think it was from Play-In at Eccles. And of course, it's got 32 tracks on it. That number becomes significant during the review. But it is such a great album. Probably I look at it quite fondly because, as I say, because it was my first. So this is being re-released on CD on the 18th of November. And so it's from 1988. The next one after that I bought wasn't Now 14. Don't know why I didn't get that one, but I got Now 15. I remember getting that one. Why I didn't get the following one, I have absolutely no idea. But anyway, disc 1 starts off with Yaz, The Only Way Is Up, number 1, which, still great song now. I mean, disc 1 is such a strong disc, I think. I could play pretty much all the way through and leave it running, and there's not really, the quality doesn't deteriorate. I don't think it does anyway. Then you've got Teardrops, which reached number 3. That is one of my favourites, I think, off the whole of Now 13. It's a great track. Then we've got A Little Respect by Reissue. That was released in September 1988, reached number 4 in the UK charts. Then we've got Harvest for the World by the Christians, which reached number 8. Again, great song, cover of the Isley Brothers hit. Then we've got Ordinary Angel, Hue and Cry. Now, that only reached number 42. I do like that song. And it got me on a bit of a Hue and Cry kind of treasure trove yesterday when I was doing the research for this, because I ended up playing Labour of Love, Looking for Linda. I mean, they were such a good band. They did some great albums. Looking for Linda is one of my favourite songs probably ever. It would be one of my Desert Island discs, I think. But Ordinary Angel is a great song. Should have gone higher than number 42. You then got Breakfast in Bed, UB40 with Chrissy Hind. That reached number 6. Then we've got, well, I'm biased, but I love track 7, Robert Palmer, She Makes My Day, which reached number 6. It was from his Heavy Nova album. People always remember Robert Palmer just for Addicted to Love, but She Makes My Day is just a wonderful track. Robert Palmer always trying different genres, different styles. And Heavy Nova is a great album. It was his follow-up album to Riptide, the big commercial hit album he had in 1985. And I think Don't Explain, that followed in 1990, is a great album as well. It was a great period for Robert Palmer's career. But She Makes My Day, top tune. Hands to Heaven, Breathe, wonderful song that you probably won't have heard in a long time. Reached number 4 in the charts. So that would conclude the original side 1. But in the purposes of CD 1, we'll carry on. The next track is skipped. It's Phil Collins. There's licensing issues there, we presume. So Groovy Kind of Love is not on the re-release. So the next song we hear is Don't Worry, Be Happy, Bobby McFerrin, that reached number 2. Big hit it was. Then Kiss, Art of Noise featuring Tom Jones. That reached number 5 in the charts. Art of Noise, of course, who do you remember the Krypton Factor theme from the late 80s, early 90s? They did that. Did you know that? But I love Tom Jones's cover of the Prince hit. I really do. Let's Stick Together. It was a remix version. I didn't know that it was a 1962 song originally by Gilbert Harrison. And Brian Ferry had a hit with it in 1976. And he reached number 4, and he reached number 12 in 1988. Great tune. You Came, Kim Wilde, reached number 3. Again, great tune. It's one of Kim Wilde's best, I think. Then we've got Don't Make Me Wait by Bomb the Bass, which I had forgot about and I had not heard in a long time. But again, it's a good tune, good late 80s vibe to it. Brother Beyond, The Harder I Try, that reached number 2. It carried a bit of Pete Waterman, can you? And they were one of Pete Waterman's set. And then He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother, The Hollies, which I think was on an advert at the time, Muller Light Beer, and he reached number 1. So the Hollies had a bit of a renaissance in 1988, thanks to a beer advert. And that concludes disc 1. So then disc 2, you've got The Twist, the Fat Boys with Chubby Checker. That reached number 2. Then you've got We Rule, the Wee Papago Rappers, Twist and Shout, Salt and Pepper. And then one of my favourites off Now 13 is The Race by Yellow. That is a great tune. You'll recognise it as soon as it's played. You don't often hear it on the radio, but it's a great tune that you've probably not heard in a long time. Big Fun with Inner City. We Call It Acid with D-Mob. So you're getting the Acid House era starting to arrive on these now compilations now. Then we've got Burn It Up with the Beatmasters with P.P. Arnold, Girl You Know It's True, Milli Vanilli. Then for me, the compilation gets more interesting again because you've got some great tunes at the end of disc 2. You've got Level 42, Heaven in My Hands, which is a wonderful track, reached number 12 in the charts. Rush Hour, Jane Wiedlin, also reached number 12 in the charts. I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles, The Proclaimers, that reached number 11. In 1993, it was used on the soundtrack for the film Benny and June. And I think it had a bit of a resurgence. And of course, Peter Kay did a charity version as well many years after that. Secret Garden, to Pow, reached number 18. It's a great To Pow track. I remember Carol Decker being the support act for Status Quo once. I think it was at the MEN Arena. So I do remember that as a teenager. It stands out. That's another story. Transvision Vamp, I Want Your Love, reached number 5 in the charts. I mean, Wendy James and Transvision Vamp, they were massive. Baby I Don't Care was a great track. I think that did appear on Now 15, which I got. But then you've got a very clever bit of allocation of tracks. You've got I Want Your Love, as I say there, Transvision Vamp. But then you've got I Don't Want Your Love, Duran Duran. So very clever putting the two together. Love Is All That Matters, The Human League, and then Martha's Harbour by All About Eve. Now, from memory, I haven't researched this before doing this video, but I'm sure, wasn't that the one with the sound issues on Top of the Pops when All About Eve did that? Wasn't there? I'm sure there was some kind of sound issue with Martha's Harbour and All About Eve. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's sticking in my head as the song and the band that it affected. Anyway, it's a great. I'm biased. It's a great release, and it's brilliant that it's coming out again on CD in the slimline CD packaging. How far will they go with these? I mean, a lot of people thought we'd only get up to Now 9 or perhaps Now 10. Well, we've exceeded that. There's a lot of Now releases in the run up to Christmas. I know we've got another Christmas release. There's so many, and hopefully the Now Yearbook 1985 Extra is going to be announced in the next couple of weeks as well. But it's great to finally see this one come back. Unbelievably, 34 years after release. I can't believe it's that old. It can't be that old, surely. But it is. It really is. And it does still stand up well. So there you go. 18th of November. Now 13 is on its way. Very, very strong compilation. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Talking Music reviews soon. Bye-bye.